say sorry for being late. I have not been feeling the best. Over the weekend, still don't feel great. And then, yeah, last night got some really shitty news. But you know, we'll soldier on. Soldier on. Sorry. That is a big part of me being late today. The other was I needed a shower. VVV Prince, I was not violated on probation. My uncle died last night. Cassandra, you can comment on whatever you want. I'm not abusing any drugs.
What is the number that you get?
Completely sober.
If you were to
Get over it.
divide?
Yeah, Bride of Springsteen is hilarious. Hope she does twice. Yeah, I thought about not streaming today, and I was like, but I like streaming. Makes me feel good. So I figure we'll do it. If I'm too like bummed out and shitty, I'll bail on it eventually. But I don't think so. I think we'll make it through okay. I did procure a new water cooler for my PC. So that's what I'm gonna spend my evening doing. Is getting that guy back up and running, so we can get off this damn laptop. We can make fun of Kurt to lift your spirits. Oh, I have the video. I already have the lunchtime Kurt video. But I do wanna catch what I missed earlier in the day here at the Karen Reed trial before I do that. Eeyore's birthday. It's Eeyore's birthday, and Kurt went. You can't get funnier than stuff like this. I like it. It's perfection. He just does it for free. It's amazing. I apologize. Not looking for anything out of this or whatever. It's just explanatory. I've been feeling under the weather since Friday. I think people were starting to notice that I had a head cold on Friday, and that continued over the weekend. And then yesterday night, actually, around 11 p.m., I got the news that my uncle had passed away, which is kind of unexpected. He was not in great health, but he's been monitored by doctors, and they were, looking at pursuing some different treatments for him for some longstanding issues. And he just unexpectedly passed. And so that really sucked a lot. And I wasn't sure if I was going to make it to the stream today, but I'm really happy I did because I like being here with you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me. Am I a Freemason? No, I was raised Catholic. I don't think I can be a Freemason. But anyway, if I'm like a little bit, like I'm not in the worst mood or anything. I'm a little bummed out, obviously. I really wanted to go see him one more time. But if I come across a little bit, a little bit down, that's why. So, but hey, that's how life goes. It really sucks. But I'm not mentioning that to try and garner any sympathy or anything. If you have some sympathy, I'll of course take it. But it's just explanatory as to why I was running late this morning and why, if I come across a little bit down during the day, that's why. But life will obviously go on. That said, let's move on to fun stuff, shall we? Feel free, of course, to super tips. I do have interrupting super tips on. It costs like an extra $10 or something if you really, really want to interrupt the show. I ask that people not interrupt the testimony, though. As long as that's not happening, I'll leave them on. If it does start interrupting testimony, I'll turn them off. But I want people to be able to like interrupt me when I'm talking, and stuff. That's the goal of that. Throw me off, make fun of me, whatever. All right, here we go. Let's see what this is like. That's loud as fuck. What? Okay. Can you imagine being at this thing for longer than 5 seconds? How long is... I don't know if Kurt narrates any of this. Hold on. I'm losing faith. So I'm really sad. In his cooking video, he said they didn't have a Mayday pole, but if they did, he would have grabbed one of those. He would have grabbed the streamer by by the end and danced around like an idiot. It's like, man, nah, I want to see that a lot. Chris Olin says, wait, Kurt is in this. Kurt is filming this. This is Kurt's video. I'm hoping he narrates at some point. He's just walking around silently. Kurt, what is this? Why would you post this? You can't hear me over the other audio because I don't have my level set properly. Oh, that's probably true. Hold on, I'll bring it down some. There we go. This should be a little bit better. My bad. Kurt, say anything. He's just filming this. Like, are you a 58-year-old dad filming this for Facebook? What are you doing? Like, what is the purpose of this? Why would you post this on your channel? Stay away from that giant Eeyore. He looked at that Eeyore and he's like, are you gonna be my girl? Bow, down, 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 down. Big gray hooves and a pin on tail. Look at these lines. What are they for? What? These are hour-long lines for nothing. Oh my God. What is happening?
And you ready for the weekend? That's what we doing right here.
This is why I hate going to stuff now, because there's just random people walking around like just filming everything. It's like, stop. What are you doing? There is nothing in this video. Wow, this is a huge letdown. This had all the makings to be one of the funniest videos Kurt's ever made. There's just nothing. Wait. Hold on. There's an encounter coming up. This has the potential to be disastrous. This looks like a dangerous type of woman who he's about to talk to.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Good. I was hoping I could talk with you for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? Wait. I was hoping I could talk to you for a minute. For what? Why? Who are you?
How's it going?
I'm great. I'm from the channel Uncivil. I do legal commentary. I also live here in Austin. And I thought, to wrap up my little live stream I'm doing, just showing people around, maybe you could tell my people a little bit about the history of Eeyore's birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, I'm Christine. I'm the social media director for Eeyore.
See how convenient that is? We find the social media director to talk to social media.
How'd you figure that one out? Was it the ridiculously loud colors that say either come look at me or stay away, I'm poisonous? Oh. Big Mama. That's funny. Big Mama says pretty cool you can talk to a woman without getting her hooked on drugs first. Guilty as charged. Shit. I just got wrecked.
Right.
Oh, it used to be for profit. Brent McNamara says, do you think any of the kids at this event would test positive for cocaine if they took a hair follicle drug test? Statistically, 1 in 5 of them would, actually. That's a that's a global statistic on cocaine hair follicle examinations. 1 in 5 children across the entire world test positive for cocaine. It's why people don't put a ton of stock in hair follicle tests, because they don't believe that 1 in 5 children are actually using cocaine. So 1 in 5 children testing positive for it is a little bit weird and a little bit high. But to answer your question, yes, statistically 1 in 5 of them should. So probably, roughly 100 to 200 kids at the fair would test positive for cocaine. It's also Austin, so it'd probably be higher, if we're being honest.
That's awesome. And so how much money typically is raised for charities as a result of this event?
It just depends. And to be honest, I don't have that number on the top of my head.
I take a rough guess.
I don't even have a rough guess.
Okay, fair enough.
We have a treasurer, but basically...
We have a treasurer, but we don't know his name. Plead the fifth. No, I don't believe it is 1 in 5 kids removed by CPS. I'm pretty sure it's 1 in 5 kids entirely. But you're welcome to correct me on that. But I believe that that study was was not a CPS involved study or a CPS exclusive study.
All right. Well,
Why
if you
would
guys need a voluntary legal, let me know.
Absolutely.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Bye-bye.
So what's your name?
Get in there, Kurt.
Roman. And what's your got?
All right, guys. So that is going to wrap up this stream.
And what's your name?
I just wanted to show you a little bit of.
What was the stream? The stream was nothing. The stream was just walking around with the camera on. You didn't have any commentary. You didn't have anything to say about any of the weird shit you were watching.
Around the area and just show you some of the goings on here at Eeyore. We might do some more stuff later. But I saw the woman in the shirt, board of directors. I'm like, haha, what a great way to end this interview.
She won
How'd
the
you
board
like
of
to talk to me,
directors.
Miss Board of Directors? Fantastic. So, got a little interview there, spontaneous interview, as I'm sure you could tell. Show you a little bit
Yes.
about the goings on. But
Yes, we could tell you don't have the ability to talk on your feet at all. It's why I'm really worried about the prospect of you representing anyone in any court case. Like, what is going to happen the moment you're presented with an argument that you didn't anticipate, or an answer to a question that you didn't expect? What are you going to do? You're terrible on your feet.
you know, people. There's lots of people tents sitting around in the woods and
Guys, he's wearing his own shirt. He's wearing an Uncivil polo.
You got your beer tents over here, which I'm about to have one. You got the drumming circle. You guys saw the drumming circle. And I'm sure every kind of pharmaceutical known to man, and probably a few that haven't been known yet. There are probably ones being invented here as we speak.
Ha! Drugs are funny.
But all kinds of good times. I'm going to go back to this.
All kinds of good times. Every pharmaceutical known to man. Drugs are hilarious. Man, that was depressing. Let's see. I was hoping for way more out of that video. Way more. Austin is the only town where I have been randomly offered drugs. I didn't buy them. This is before I'd ever done any. But I was walking through Austin with my mother, my sister, my grandmother, and Lady Rackets. Wait, no. Was Lady Rackets there? Yeah, Lady Rackets was there. And a kid came up to me. I say kid, he looked way younger than me at the time. And he said, "Hey man, you want some acid?" And I was like, "Not really. Thanks though. That's a nice offer for you. Or for me, from you." But that's the only place I've ever been like randomly offered drugs. I don't tend to end up in places where people are selling them, you know, like just on the. Wait, sorry. No, I've been randomly offered drugs. That's the only place I've been randomly offered to buy drugs. I should clarify that. I've been, you know, during the more wild days, you end up in places where that's a little bit more common. But that was just people like, you know, offering to give me drugs as opposed to selling me drugs. So that was the only place I've been randomly approached to buy drugs, I should say. There. Sorry, I didn't want to tell a lie, that story.